Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades, and I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend as well. Let's dive right into the analysis here. As you guys can tell, we had a nice little update today in the markets. Pretty flat on the SPY, but triple Qs leading the way. Obviously big cap tech rallying today, helping up the whole market, making new all-time highs once again. But we got a bit of a pullback near the end of the day. And I think we should be essentially finishing up this wave 3 here, and then pulling back in a nice wave 4. Could be a nice little ABC. Could be a nice buy the dip opportunity as well. So I'll be looking to maybe get into a long on the SPY and continue this rally up higher. I really do think that we're going to continue to push up, but we'll see, because right now the daily time frame is printing a red dot on the futures and ONA. Right now we got a red dot on the SPY. NASDAQ, similar situation. Momentum starting to roll over here, about to print a red dot. But we have some pretty important earnings coming up, which is going to be NVDA. NVDA is going to have earnings on the 22nd, I believe. And that's a really big market moving stock. We've seen last time NVIDIA had earnings, kind of saved the market and rallied up, helped the entire indices push higher. And then you guys, we saw that we were in correction territory, 8% drop in NVIDIA. And then earnings came out and we rallied another 50% higher. And now we're going to have earnings soon. So we'll have to see if we can push into our final destination target here for NVIDIA, which is like going to be around the $1,200 to $1,300 area. If we don't, and this is it. This is the triple top everyone's been waiting for. Then in that case, I think maybe the markets are starting to top out here, and we are losing momentum. Russell's trying to hammer this resistance, trying to break out, but it's having a difficult time. I still have the IWM into this potential blow off top scenario as well. Could also double correct, but we'll see which one plays out. Overall, I still am very bullish on the market, and we've been calling out this meltdown in yields. Now we're in a wave 2 in yields, which is kind of slowing down this rally that we're getting in the market, giving us some chop. But once yields get down into this wave 3, this is when things are going to get very bullish for equities once again as yields pull back. And similar situation for the dollar. We're getting some sideways price action, some chop. Let me just check here to see if we have any data coming out tomorrow. It was a long weekend for the Canadians, obviously, but not for the US. US market was open. So tomorrow we have Canadian CPI coming out. It's expected to be, I think, a little bit higher than last time. And then Wednesday we have the FOMC minutes. And then on top of that we have NVIDIA as well. So that's going to be a pretty volatile day. And we got some more data coming out on Thursday. U.S. manufacturing and consumer sentiment on Friday. So all pretty important metrics to watch. But I think that the market can still churn higher. I know it seems very unbelievable, but you can see crypto assets, risk assets, blew up today and started rallying higher and higher. So that further confirms the possibility of the market continuing to push higher. Let me just see here on Wave Edge. Nothing new here on Wave Edge. Nothing on the daily or the 4-hour or the weekly. And you can see our new weekly candle on the indices as well. Very bullish dual band strength index, -3 and a 15 on the NASDAQ. S&P 18 and a -5. You could check the SPY, essentially the same thing, very bullish. And then we have our long on the Dow Jones. That one continues to print, -4 and a 12. And the IWM -5 and an 18. So all bullish metrics for in terms of dual band strength index, and you still got lots of green money flow, and the momentum waves are continuing to extend up. The monthly time frame, however, this is where you got to pay attention. We do have a red dot. We have a red dot on the Dow Jones. Nothing yet on the SPY. Triple Qs. We don't have any. Oh, we do have a red dot. We have a red dot and bearish divergence as well. So that's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out. And the IWM, you barely have any more green money flow left, but the prices continue, to kind of chop in this area. And, the markets are really on the verge of a breakout or a breakdown. And you're seeing signs of a potential market top already, silver breaking out with, let me just see here. Is this bullish? No, to me, it looks like we just erased the wave 3 once again. So again, this could just pull back into 4 and just keep going higher and higher and higher. So you just erase divergence, and when you do that, you negate the 5th wave. So this was a nice little pullback, you know, just another 1-2 setup, and it did end up getting it. We did end up nailing this as the buy area, and we are long the GDX and the GDXJ. So GDXU obviously continues to push higher here. This is another one that we called out correctly, and I think our target is going to be between like $59 to $76. We were calling out buys around the $33 area. We are already up 40% on our position inside the Discord, and I think we got still lots of gains to come further ahead. Let's take a look at the individual names here. So we'll cover Tesla today. Nice little down day, down 1.41%. Continue to remain long on Tesla. You're starting to see these moving averages flip a little bit, so starting to see a little bit of bullishness come back in Tesla. But I think it was a rough day in the EV sector overall, so that's probably why Tesla was down just a little bit. But the big cap tech continued to push higher, so we'll take a look at NVIDIA as well. So NVIDIA is coming out of this wave 1, in my opinion, and I think we could impulse out here potentially in an extended 5th wave, or even erase divergence on these smaller time frames to continue to extend the wave 3 inside the wave 1, and then we will continue to push higher and higher and higher, in my opinion, into these, you know, nosebleed areas. I think there's going to be a lot of pain for the shorts. You know, they continue to short. You know, they're smart. They're so smart. They're smarter than the market. But then the market continues to go up. I don't want to show any screenshots of laughing at other people that are continuing to short. But again, this is why it's a good idea to have a different view of the market, not to be fixated and biased on one side, right? You need to see the other side of the trade, right? I am also very bearish. We are looking for a long-term top here in the SPY before a reversal back down, obviously due to economic conditions and, you know, the deterioration of the dollar and all that stuff. But I think the market can go higher, and this is what the counts are showing. This is what the charts are showing. And this is exactly what has been playing out. We have technically met the minimal requirements for another 5th wave here by making another high, but I think we have more, you know, we have further to go, and I think the dollar has lower to go. Let's see if we got anything else to check out. So let me just cover a few more things here. I think some people were asking about a few individual stocks. PDYN. Palandane AI Corp. I have never heard of this one. This one was up 22% today. So obviously AI names and semiconductors are very hot names. Indeed, we'll actually take a look at the SMH. So again, the SMH pushing higher just slightly today, up 2%. But again, the semis are strong. There's nothing wrong. And to me, you know, we're just going to continue to extend higher here. And the bears can say they're smarter and this is a delusional rally. But, you know, as the rally goes up and they're just shorting and calling it delusional, they'll remain underwater for a very long time. You're either that or they're going to get blown up, which is going to further the rally even more. And this is essentially what's happening once again, because they just don't know what to stop. And when these people will capitulate, that's probably when we're going to have a significant top in this market. All right, so let's take a look here at a few other individual names. Let me just cover, let's see here, take a look at ROKU. ROKU actually had another down day today as well. So again, more chop, needs more work in my opinion, or it's just coming out of this wave 1, right? And it's finishing up already, and it's pulling back in a deep wave 2. We have a pivot to trade against, obviously, if it wants to finish up. I think, you know, I really think ROKU should finish up at any moment, but we'll see how everything plays out here. Yeah, it's a good risk reward trade in my opinion. You really have minimal risk in terms of like stopping out. You go below any of these pivots, you should just stop out. Let's take a look here at gold and silver mining companies. But before I do that, I want to cover the crypto mining sectors because now we have finally gotten a substantial rally in Bitcoin. I think these crypto miners are in a very nice sell area, but they can get a little bit more parabolic in the short term. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this overshoots my target. But ultimately, I think we need one more leg down in the miners, which would mean Bitcoin is going to follow this count here that I have. which is a big rally up, which has been playing out beautifully, and a big rally up into the 80K to 100K level, and then ultimately a big rollover, capitulation back down, and in a larger cycle wave two, right? And when this is done, then I think we'll take off once again. But the miners are going to go through a very rough patch, but it's going to be a great long-term hold for me. All right, so that's what I have for you guys. Hopefully this helps. Let's take a look at the GDX and GDXJ. So again, we've been calling to long this sector for a very long time. I've been long personally in my long-term portfolio for a very long time as well, and it's been obviously a tough trade, as you guys can tell. These miners have just been bleeding down for a very long time, but believe it or not, they are still so cheap at these levels. Even with these, well, I mean, not all of them, but some of them are still very cheap. At these levels here, they're still relatively, when you take a look at the bigger picture, they are still very, very low, right? And gold is at all-time highs, right? Or at least trading near all-time highs. It's not making an all-time high right now, but and same thing for silver, near pretty close to all-time high. Silver has not made an all-time high, but it's pretty darn close to it. It's about $10 away or $20 away. So I mean, actually, well, silver has probably a little bit more to go, but it's acting very well so far, reacting nice to our buy area. So I think we have a little bit further to go for silver, and then once we hit this longer term sell area, that's when I think maybe we'll take some profits on some of our gold mining positions and silver mining positions. But again, if the dollar just decides to drop through the floor and the market drops and they have to start printing money, that's just going to accelerate this whole scenario here with the grand super cycle for commodities. Anyways, that's pretty much it. That's what we're doing inside the Discord. So if you guys want to join, the link's in the description, and hope you guys I'll catch you guys on the next one, and hope you guys are making some great trades.